retirement package. We're here with the Lycan 250cc from Lifan Co Ltd. So today we are going to do a service maintenance. Now, our boy here is a Harley Davidson, and guess what I'm wearing? Wearing a Harley Davidson jacket. The thing is, the bike is now at least 2 years old. First, the fuel pump is off, and I have successfully done 15,000 miles on it. Right? These are the professional kit that I've had, that I built throughout the years. You can see here, this says Lifan V16 prints. If I open this box, these are some air filters. This is the speedometer cable. This is the rear wheel nut. This is an extra clutch. This is the belt for the chain, the little rubber. This is another left switch. This is the horn relay. Is it? Or the flasher relay? No, that's the horn relay. Then you got key ignition. And you got some boxes. You got some extra sprockets. So, literally speaking, I have all the parts there is for this guy, and I also have all the parts there is for this guy too. So this is the service box. You can read the description. I'm not even going to open it. And then more extra parts. These are some extra brake sensors. Right? It was sent by Lifan. And then this is this guy right here. You can see this one is rusted. So, as in living up to the name of China Motorsport, I am well packed. Alright. You got manual for the John Way. And then you get the manual for this guy. So what we're gonna do here, the fork has a fluid for at least 2 years. I have to change that. There is no sign of it leaking anywhere. It's always dry, but I haven't checked it. And if I have to replace the seal, I also got that replacement. I did the fork on this one. Alright, you can see this is different from what the factory sent. So I gotta do that one. Then I gotta replace the air filter box. I gotta change my plugs. This time I'm not gonna gap it. Well, I have to gap it irregardless because there's a specific measurement. But I have to gap it and then put a new plug in there. And last is I have to do a valve clearance. And if I have time, I'm also gonna bleed the brake. And maybe if I have more time, I'm gonna change the whole chain, because this chain right now is at least 7,000 miles. Still brand new. It's a little rusted since it went through winter time, and then you got springtime. Now we're in summertime. And speaking of summertime, the bike has 20 W50 motor oil in there. So I want to change the chain. That's a lot of work to make this guy brand new. Oh yeah, this is the tool bag. This weighed at least 90 pounds. This is not the usual little toolkit that I bought all the time. This is different. This is everything well organized. All right, first you have to loosen the bar. Okay, this is loose. That's it. So, you loosen the bars, right? Hold it. This spot is done. So what I want to do, I want to remove this bolt one at a time, and then this gets loose. All you gotta do is rock it back and forth. There it is. Now, normally you should drain it out first and count how much oil you take from there, so you can put back the same quantity. So I'm gonna use this to measure it. The Yamaha manual says 230 cc, even though this is in millimeter. They're the same thing. I mean milliliter, not millimeter. They're the same thing. So 230 cc is 230 milliliter. So it'll be right here 200, and this is 250. This is 240. This is 230. Are you watching this? Not sure if you can see this, but this is exactly through 30 that came out of it. Put it a little bit more. Yep. That's 230. So the next step, you have this laying on the floor like I do. Clean it. Right, this part goes at the bottom here. You're gonna have to raise it. And you're gonna have to fill it. From this point on, well, first when you put the thing here, you let it sit for a while to dissipate the air bubbles, and then when you put it here, you do the same thing, but now you rock it back and forth, or you allow it to bleed. Some people says leave it for 30 minutes. It only takes 5 minutes because it has oil in there. If it had water, then you would leave it around 15 minutes. So just give it around 5 minutes. And the air bubbles should be still. first put it, you can't physically torque it down to the factory torque spec. It's the left one. This is the right one. First, your hand. Then the tools. Now, this part is crucial. Okay. Remember to Loctite your bolt, right? Because if you don't Loctite your bolt, you're playing around. The bottom one is, this is foot-pound, this is 20. It's supposed to be 27. That's the bottom one. Right? It's 27. Top one. The top one, that's inch pound, that's Newton meter. It's 20 Newton meter. Because 20.9 it's about 21 and you have to go backward. And it should be around here somewhere. So 20 Newton meter. That's it. If you try to remove it, it ain't going nowhere. I ain't signing up for silent mode. What the hell is this silent mode? Okay. Remove this.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why they could never find that. Remember that one guy that they knew? They put him on. They put him under the cement. They never found him. They never found him ever. And he was a.
You want to get famous on camera. All right. You can live this out here. since pretty much you don't need anything else in there. This is it. Okay. This belongs here. You have to remove this. Now, you have to use something like this to reach over there. There is one here and one here. Once you remove that bolt, and then it snaps here. Like so. So that's one cylinder. Repeat it on the other side the same way. Alright, at this point you should have your engine like this. I got now a 17 mil. That should do it. Yep. Okay. I've got the wrench set up. Alright, so this is cylinder 2. Right? This is how your bike should be for you to do the clearance. And this is cylinder 1. You can't get past that. If you remove this, you end up, you know, there's 4 rods here. This connects to it. So you really can't physically remove that to play with this. You have to leave it on. Now this is my filler gauge. This is the timing. This is the timing. That's on cylinder 2 right now, since I just finished it. And this is my filler gauge. Right, we got 004 right here, we got 005 right here, we got 006 right here. My intake is at 004, and to double check it's not gap higher than that, we're gonna try 005. And my exhaust is at 005, 0.005. To double check it's not gap over than that, we're gonna double check with 0.006. So this is the intake. You hear it, right? Okay, that was 0.004. Now we're gonna double check with 0.005. It doesn't go in. Can't show you, but it doesn't go in. Alright, this is it. It doesn't go in. So now we're gonna do 0.006. I mean 0.005 it should be for the exhaust. This side is a little tighter than usual. Because the engine is getting old. Went in. You can see it went in, right? Now 0.006. went in with a struggle. 006 is not going in. So that's done good. Now I'm gonna rotate the engine. The way you rotate it is clockwise. Now counterclockwise, this one is clockwise. It's top dead center. This is how it is for me. Should be this guy now. We're gonna double check. .004. It went in. 005. All right, it shouldn't go in. Doesn't go in. We're gonna check the other side, 005 and 006. I don't have a good leverage. It went in. You can see it's in. Let's check 006. I'm gonna struggle, so 6 is not even gonna budge. All right, so that's how you do the timing. When you move the cylinder, when you find one mark, when you move it again, it goes on the second mark. Now the Yamaha would have you a different kind of mark, one that's T for the first one, and another one that's V for the second one. While the Chinese is different. It's been like this for centuries, even on this bike right here. So you have to feel it once it's on the first one and move it again, because the rotation of the flywheel, it only has one, and it does a full lap and it goes back to the same one again. These plugs are literally 7,000 miles and over 8 or 9 months old. I had to gap it every 3,000 something miles. Yeah, every 3,800 miles. And then the second time I change it. That's NGK, built to glass. Now, the correct torque is, you see, that's inch pound. When you see 14 here, when you see it on 4, that's 13 Newton meter. So now you have to gap the plugs because the factory send it overlap. So you have to make sure when you put the plug in, it stays here.
Say thank you.
It stays here and it doesn't go all the way over there, right? A little gap is not that bad, but as the plug ages, when it's short on gap, it's better because it increased to 28. As in when it's 28, it increased all the way to 40 or even 50, 0.050. So that's why you have to gap it at 0.24. Now I haven't torqued it yet. I put it hand tight first. Now we're gonna torque it. You hear that? That's a good. Same thing for this side. That's good. Now because I'm already here, right, and removing the tank is a pain in the ass, and it's not something you should do every so often because you can break things on it. I got two things to do. I got to change the filter from the tank, and I'm also changing the ignition coil because these things often goes bad, especially when it's like this. When it's soaked like that, that's a bad sign. All right. Service is finished. Everything got replaced. Everything got retimed. Now let's see how the boys purrs, right? Okay. High beam,